Page 30, Camel in the Desert. Well, we got all these sharps and flats flying around and quarter notes all over everywhere. Let's just take it one thing at a time and let's see what we can do with it. I look it over, I see it's about 1.5 pages long. The clef signs are the treble and bass clef still. 4/4 time signature now, back to 4 beats in a measure. I see a bunch of quarter notes and dotted half notes, pretty much. Half notes, there is some half notes in there too. And sharps and flats. Now the hands, for the most part, are only playing one hand at a time. To shorten the video, I'm going to go ahead and talk about both hands together. Otherwise, I would take this one hand at a time first. But the left hand starts it with thumb on D here, and that puts the hand in this position. Even with the sharps and flats, just forget those right now. The position are the white keys. There is a reason for that. We'll talk about that when we get there. Right now, just remember it's the white keys. When I need a sharp or flat, I'll move the finger or whatever I need to do for it. The right hand, when it plays, second line, second measure, is a little thing here, so we're here. So in this position, whatever that is, that's what it is. And it's quarter notes. And the C sharp, well, I see it here, so I'm going to use it on C sharp. And then on the B flat, I have a third finger on B. I'm going to use that on B flat. And then, so it's, I don't stay there. I come back out here. You can stay there if you want to, but I don't. And that's tied, so you're going to hold that down for 4 counts at the end of the first line. And then second line is here. Then the right hand comes in. And that's tied. And while you're holding it down, you do that. Rest. Both hands rest. So let's look at the last 2 measures there in the second line on page 30. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, rest. Because both hands are doing it? Okay. Top of page 31 is very similar. Second line of page 31 is very similar. Third line of page 31, let's look at that. That's different. Third line. Here. And then this is, we've had this before, C sharp, B flat. And the last line is a D and G together. And then here, a G and a D together. Hold that down, it's tied. You add that to it. So the last 2 measures on page 31. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, rest. Now that's sort of the rhythm. Doesn't sound like much yet. That's fine. We're getting there. We just build this a little bit at a time. We got the notes and the rhythm down. Okay, and then I go through and get rid of the hesitations. Get them worked out. I got too much other stuff to think about, so we don't want to be hesitating anywhere. Then I add the articulation. You're starting out with slurring this together, connected. And then in the third measure, you got staccatos. I'm hinging at the wrist or short. So the first line. Okay. Second line, you slur this. Look. Staccato. So I'm adding the slurs and the staccatos throughout, and once I have an idea of that, then I think about the dynamics. F at the beginning is forte, which means loud, whatever you think loud is. That's okay, and you're staying loud until the third line on page 31. Then you have a P for soft, soft, whatever you think soft is. For the whole line. And the last line is going to be loud again. Just loud. Then once I have the dynamics under control, then I'll think about the speed. This is lively, so apparently we have an extremely happy camel dancing around, sort of. Lively means quick. It has to be accurate. lively for now. There could be changes as time goes on. That's close enough. Remember the natural accents? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Feel these as you're going through this. That's my attempt for now. Later on, I'd play it a little differently, so don't copy me. You feel the music. There's one little gotcha I want to talk about, and that's at the top of page 31. It's the last measure of the first line, or first line, last measure, depending on what direction you're going. You have a staccato for the last note in the left hand, but the right hand lifts up on beat 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is done, that's still down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically, that's how you would play it. Yeah. So last two measures. Up, up. In interpreting it, once you can play it accurately, then you interpret it. If you feel like lifting up at the same time, you can do that too. So they both come up at the same time. There's a way to notate that if that's what they wanted, but a lot of times they'll just do it this way and leave it up to you to interpret it, whichever. However, when you're first learning it, play it accurately. Hold that down until beat 4 comes up, so you're done. Then you come up. It's these little things we look for in music because they can make a whale of difference between a good performance and a really good performance. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do any louds and softs. I'm just going to play, but I will do the staccatos and stuff. So I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest. Rest. 1, 2, 3, rest.